Today I'm going to do a microphone review, $14.95 each. To me, it's worth $15 just for this little case. Hi, I'm Marie Hopkinson. Today I'm going to do a microphone review on these ALDI microphones. So we're going to be unboxing and testing this ALDI Huxley microphone. It's a $14.95 microphone that you can buy from ALDI. How good is it compared to the classic SHURE SM58? And this just recently in the Perth ALDI store, $14.95 each. Now, for any sort of microphone, you would just think that that is super cheap and it's going to be dodgy and it's crap. I haven't opened these up yet, so let's have a look. I've actually bought two of them because I thought if they are anything half decent, I will use them for a particular project that I want to do. So what I like about it first is you get this little case with them. I'm not sure if this is the microphone for a similar purpose, so this is an SM58. What we're going to do in this review is we're going to test one of these Huxley microphones. It's called a Huxley, just called a Huxley microphone with the SM50. I'll do a vocal test on both of those mics. You can follow my channel. This will probably be posted to Marie Hopkinson Music. So I have that channel going at the moment. I've got a couple of other YouTubes that I use as well. So normally when I do my YouTube channels, I wouldn't use this mic. I'll use a condenser mic to just record my voice. What these types of microphones are good for, I'll go through the unboxing as we go, is like what would you use this microphone for when there's a lot of other ambient noise in the room and you just want to pick up your voice. So in a live setting, you've got a lot of instruments happening on a stage and this is for a voice. So backup singers would often use this version of this that you would see around microphone. So both of these are the SHURE microphones. So this is the one I use when I'm live because it's basically the same thing but wireless, and this is what they call a wired mic. Back to this microphone, what do you get in the box? So you get the cool little case. Now the case seems to be fairly sturdy. It's got two little clips on it, so that's a bonus. Like, I guess what I mentioned the other microphone was for, because I actually bought this SM58 comes in a case. This one has a pencil case. I don't know if it comes with a hard case, but like so I was thinking even if this was a crap microphone, I'd rather put my SM58 in a hard case to travel around with, to travel to gigs and stuff. To me, it's worth $15 just for this little case. That's one benefit. It's already paid for itself before you even tested it. The only downside of this case, which I'll probably just change it a little bit, is that there's no padding underneath the mic. So the mic's just simply placed in there with no padding under it. What you want is actually for how they've got this little piece of, I don't know if you can see that, you want this little piece of padding and then the mic and then another little piece of padding on top. So we'll see if that will kind of be able to be fitted into the system. What I think we could do is just cut this down, slightly cut that down and then add it, or just add another. Anyway, so you get the microphone itself. Just comparing these two, this is the standard SM58, this is the SHURE microphone, which is, the reason why I'm comparing it to this is an industry standard mic. This feels heavier. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it is better, because things are sometimes purposefully weighted to make you feel like they're better, but this feels more plasticky. It feels the outside, whereas this feels very hard, very heavy, and this feels, it's not plastic, it's metal, but it feels less sturdy. Now I'm not having a go at it because it's just for the price. We don't know what it's going to do. The other thing is it's got a switch on and off. Now that could be useful to you, it could not be useful to you. Sometimes these switches can be more annoying than not, because it's another piece of technology on the microphone, and that means that could break. So if you don't have a switch and it's either always on or always off, but if you do need that function of needing to turn the microphone on and off, then that could work for you. That could be a useful property. Let's just open the little capsule here really carefully. A little bit squeaky. So it's got the little foam thing. It's the build of this seems very similar to the SM58 build. I'm just going to pull this little capsule off. Digital scale. This is the SM58 grill, that's what this is called, and that weighs 38.4 grams, and this is 36.5 grams. So yeah, I did think this was slightly lighter, but only slightly. Like, so it's that means that this is the thing that if you drop the microphone, this is the thing you might need to replace. And there's nothing. So let's say these look very similar. I mean, this has lost its little piece of material there. I bet you these trims are the same. So I'm going to put the ALDI one on this. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's probably the same mold. Now, in my other business stuff, I go to China to buy things all the time, and I know factories. I don't know anything about this factory, so I'm not saying anything about the SHURE factory or whatever the ALDI factory uses, but just in my experience, a lot of factories manufacture the same thing for different companies. Now that makes sense, and then they just have particular molds or shapes or different styles. For $14.95, you've basically got yourself a new grill, if that's what you want. Like, so yeah, if ALDI do these again, that's another good benefit of this. So these grills, I'm not sure exactly the price of them, but that is the thing that sometimes just needs to be replaced, because you've dropped it and it can sometimes have a little dent in there. So the heaviness of it is actually in the build of the body. So I'd say this body isn't as strong. Now, it comes with a lead. Now these cost money as well. So leads can be like from, I guess, $14.95, $19.95 itself, up to whatever, depending on the length of the lead. So this comes with a 5-meter cable. Now this is an female XLR end, the female end. I always forget what's the male and the female, but then I realise the holes is the female and the prongs is the male, to a jack. But it also has an adapter for the jack. Now, I'm just going through this because the people who are going to buy those mics are either people like me that just are curious whether a $14.95 mic can be as good as a $199 mic or a $220 mic or whatever much the Shures are going for now. Now, but most people who are watching this video probably are not like that. They're probably more you want a cheap mic just for a cheaper purpose. What you have to remember, or not, what you have to know, is the more connections you have, the more dodgier the sound can get. So yeah, okay, technically the lead that they give you it can convert this jack to an XLR lead at the end, so it's converting it to the XLR male, which is going to go into your sound desk or the interface that you're going to put this into. But that's not the optimal situation. It's not a good situation to have all these different extra things, because it means that this could come loose, then the sound might go off. It's another thing that could be pulled on, it could easily get pulled on and then the sound will go out, or it'll make a popping sound, and that could, if you've got kids using this, let's say, and they're pulling on the microphone, which inevitably they will, and it's all plugged into the stereo system, and then they pull it out, you're going to get a big banging, popping sound through the speakers, and that could potentially hurt your speakers. So just something to be aware of. If this microphone does sound good, I wouldn't really use it like this. I would use my own XLR lead. Now, just with this XLR, this feels as flimsy as fuck. It doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel very strong. It feels like it's easy breaky, and it feels super flimsy. So, okay, potentially for $14.95, you've got everything you need to get it started. And that could be another use for these for kids. Let's say, kids love to pretend you're the voice or whatever. They want to pretend as Idol or something like that. So what happens is this goes in here. That's your XLR lead. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to test this in two ways. I'm going to test it with the SM58. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the SM58 into my normal interface. Okay, so what I've got set up here is I've got two just normal XLR leads. So I'm not using the ALDI lead that it came with. I've got two XLR leads going into my M box, which is what I normally use on my setup. Like that's going into my Mac, and then I will record it from there. And then we'll plug in this Huxley microphone into that one there. So let's put that there for now. Okay, turn this on. Now what I'm running this through is just GarageBand. Please don't ask me why in the comments, because I've just had an issue with my Pro Tools and it's I don't want to talk about it. But basically this system works, so I can use this DigiDesign M box as the interface and use these So we've got sound coming from this microphone, and you can hear that booming out of there, so we don't need to boom that. So what I'm going to do for this test is I'm going to record something into here, and when I play it back, I'll use this system I'll overdub that over the microphone so you can actually hear it. But, well, maybe we can test it in this way first. So I'm just bouncing that out through the speakers, and that's test 1 2, test 1 2, talking in my normal voice. And that's actually just pumping out through the speakers, and then you're hearing it through this condenser mic. And basically these two are set up the same. This is 50% of the gain on the SHURE SM58, and this is 50% of the gain on the ALDI Huxley microphone. So there is a difference, just in case you first bought the SM58 and thought, I've wasted my money, I could have bought a $14.95 microphone. No, you couldn't have. So now I've got the gain up to 75%, which is 3 o'clock. And what will happen as you turn the gain higher and higher is you've got more of a chance of feedback and outside noise, and the sound isn't as clear. So you don't want to have the microphone up so loud and then also you won't be able to capture lower sounds. So what will happen is the sound will get distorted. Now, I'm not a sound technician, I'm a singer, and I've had a lot of experience just hanging around other musos, and that's how I've picked up this information and just learning it for myself. And I use this recording stuff myself. So please be gentle in the comments. I'm just trying to show people this is a very rudimentary sort of test situation, and also just to show you. So you can hear the quality that's picking up a lot of bass in the voice. This is just coming out of my little Logitech speakers, right? And then this one here. Now, we haven't recorded anything yet. I'm going to turn the big speakers off, and we'll just do a recording of that. So what I'm going to do, because we've tested these gains, is that I'm just going to leave the gain at 3/4 or 75% for the ALDI mic, and at half mast at 50%, 12 o'clock. So this is 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock with the gains on those two. I'm just going to do a 1 2 1 2 into the microphone and just tapping on the top, which you shouldn't do, but just to see what sound that's going to make. So we're going to go. Let's do a little song here. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. So that's right into the microphone. Okay, so we're going to stop. So what I'm going to do now is the ALDI one. We'll go 1 2, test 1 2, check 1 2. We can already see it's peaking out quite a lot. It's quite big. When the rain is blowing in your face. So I'm singing that to make you feel my love. Pretty much the same both ways. Because 9 o'clock position on the ALDI mic, so we'll try that again. When the rain is falling in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. So we have to just check how that goes with the actual editing and see. So that's a better picture to get in the sound of the sound waves, not peaking out. You can't have it maxing out. But we may not be able to. I would say that the issue with this will be volume. It won't be able to be too loud. Now this may be good for you if you want a microphone just for at home with the kids, and you want the kids to practice their singing softly, and they want to feel like they're using the microphone. But the benefit of this is it's cheap. You might be running a karaoke night and you don't want people to sound that great, or you want them to sound, I shouldn't say that, you don't want them to sound that great. They don't care about the quality of the sound, they're just there to have fun, and these might be the mics that people drop in drunken party for karaoke or something. What I'm going to do now is just take out the cord, just going to make a little sound. Oh, that doesn't feel, I don't know if maybe it's just new. So I'm going to put the ALDI cord into it that it came with. Its little friend. Turn that microphone off, and we're going to use the jack to male man XLR lead. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'd love you to subscribe. I don't put a lot of call outs for subscription for people to subscribe, because I pretty much just get on with singing the songs. So if you enjoy my songs, you're watching this, or you even just enjoy this microphone review, I'd love you to I'd love you to subscribe, put a comment, put a like. If you dislike it, put a dislike, because even dislikes help the videos to be found. So that's good if you put something there. That'd be great. So what we've done now is we're just restarting this computer, because what happened was when I plugged in when I plugged in the ALDI microphone cable, it made a buzzing sound, which I've realised that is actually the ALDI cable. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that buzz wasn't there before. So that's telling you that the cable itself is dodgy. That's the Shure microphone that I'm talking into now, and this is the ALDI mic, and it's turned on, and it's so in order to use the microphone with its cable that it comes in, just getting that. This is at 3 o'clock, which is 75% of the microphone. Even with it on, I think that either that cable is dodgy, or what I said before about it not being plugged in properly. This is the jack to. Oh, there we go. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. The connection's dodgy. So this is the Shure SM58 in the speakers. You can hear it nice and bit booming. It's got a lot of bass in the sound. So you use this. Hey everybody, welcome to my event or party or whatever you're doing. I'm saying something in the microphone. And then this is the ALDI microphone at the same gain. So 12 o'clock. ALDI microphone at 1 o'clock, and then we're just going to turn it all the way to 3 o'clock. So you don't have that buzz now. But that cord is very temperamental, so that connection between the jack to male, the jack to man cable connection is pretty dodgy, as I suspected, and that would be the issue. So if you were having an event and you were relying on this microphone, so let's say you did buy this microphone, I would highly urge you to go and spend a little bit of extra money on a proper XLR cable, unless you're going to be plugging it into a jack situation, which we could also test that as well. I can test that for you right now, on a jack situation cord. So anyway, let's do this test again. So we're going to put both these microphones down. This is the Shure SM58 second test with the XLR lead. When the rain is falling in your face. So you can hear the quality of the sound. We've already done that, so we're going to do it again. Now this is the SM58 with the volume, with the gain at 3 o'clock using the jack cord. So just talking, 1, 2. When the rain is falling in your face and the whole world is on your case. Peaking out, massively peaking out. So we'll turn it back to the 1 o'clock. I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these two tests, this is back into the Shure, is I'm going to take those away. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking on them, and I'll put that in the video, and I can show you what those sound like. So that is the raw input of those microphones. What I'm going to do is show you in the speaker system. Which is a PA, because this Huxley microphone, the ALDI Huxley microphone, has a jack input. So let's say you just have a PA, which is a powered amp, that adapter. So we've just got the jack. And this particular system can just plug the microphone straight into the jack. So we'll just plug that in. And I can test this microphone 2 ways. So what you'll notice with microphones, you can hear quite a bit of sound which makes it dodgy, like just from the microphone itself. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I have to speak very closely to the microphone to get a sound coming out of it. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome to the party of the century. It's almost got like a tinny sound. This is purely the sound of the microphone. We can't tweak it or add anything else to it. So now I've got the sound at 1 o'clock on here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Hello, welcome to the Carnival of Fun. And we could do a little song. We could do that same song we just did then. When the rain is falling in your face and the whole world is on your case. Now, it's this little microphone here, this isn't going to like being so close to it, I don't think. So I might just put that a little bit farther away. So we've got this. What we're doing is just testing this through a PA, but in order to get it loud enough to actually hear it loud enough, the sound's distorting. It's not very clear. It's not comfortable. I'm not liking that. And you can hear all my that sort of thing very easily, and the tapping and all that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just turn that down, and I'll just simply show you the difference. So you know the quality of this lead. I don't use XLR to jack very often. If we just test the quality of the SM58 versus this one, turn the sound back up, 1 2 1 2. So that's at 12 o'clock, exactly at 12. And at 12 o'clock, so you can see the quality. I mean, I'm touching this mic, but it's a much more muted sound, whereas this ALDI mic had a very echoey kind of sound, you know. So I'm going to put it at 1 o'clock. So this is the same level as the ALDI microphone was. And this is with the SM58 model of microphone. So you can hear, hello, welcome to the greatest show on earth. Welcome. You can hear that it's much more clearer. It's not as muddy sounding. And it's not as tinny, and it's not picking up as much sound. I mean, it's not a good practice to tap on the microphone, but like if I just tap on it accidentally, the higher the gain goes up, the more you can hear the sound.